Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the Daily Bone Podcast, where we discuss all things crypto market. That includes the majors like Bitcoin, Solana, Ethereum, Memecoins, and of course, NFTs. Today, we're going to talk about the latest with the day Portnoy saga, Jailstool, Memecoin trading, all of the above. We're going to talk about the resurgence of AI tokens as they are up on the day finally. And we're going to talk about a pump fund competitor that is gaining some steam. Lots to talk about today. Easy Eats Bodega here with me today. Easy, how you doing?
How are you?
I'm good. I clicked too many buttons yesterday. Too many buttons down on the day.
Dude.
I was in a lot of the right plays with just poor timing. So
I got cooked yesterday, but I ended up getting saved.
Yeah, someone shared that. So you got saved on the Trench Medic token, right?
Yeah, so I was like heavily revenge trading yesterday. I ended up getting rinsed on this like fake Banksy Meteora thing.
Yes, thank you for
They
that.
did a transfer from a .sol address that people thought was Banksy, so we got the Banksy tag. It did an Alpha Vault release. It ran to 19 mil. I was like, fuck it. If this is Alpha Vault, it has the tag. I feel a little bit safer about buying this. And nuked, like giga nuked. Ended up losing like 40 SOL, which is like a pretty hefty hit on like a speculative play. Then in turn, ended up trading away a bunch of other dumb shit. Ended up down like 12, 13K. I was like, holy shit, I got absolutely rinsed. And then somebody shared this Trench Medic, which is a play by Citadel Wolf that he launched on GoFundMe. Said, if this gets to 15 mil, I'm just going to give away a bunch of money. And sure enough, he took all the harvested fees, which was like 700 SOL or something dumb, and giving it all away. Just like started dumping it back into the ecosystem. So I ended up seeing this and revenge spite bought, not even on my BullX. Like I took like my heavier vault wallet and just threw 10K at it around like, I want to say 10 mil, 9 mil, something like that. And scaled out all the way up to like, well, this was even wilder. So I showed it on my stream this morning on Bird Eye where I bought it. It was like, cool. Like, this is where I ended up trading it. This is what happened. I ended up netting about 40K. So made it all back and more. Like basically made back the losses I've had the last couple of weeks. And the only reason I even held this for so long was because I forgot that I bought it and was playing basketball. And I opened my phone and I thought it was like glitching because I was up like 40 grand. I was like, what?
Gotta love that. The surprising 40 grand pump. Yeah, this one's I'm upset about this. I mean, it just goes to yesterday. Someone shared this in a Discord yesterday, and I saw it at like 4 million with like 16K of like volume on it in the last hour. And they're like, okay, this is probably like a slow cook. And I'm like, slow cook, like that ever works in this meta. And just like completely passed by it and said, like, I don't know who this guy is. I don't know anything. Like, I'm not gonna get into something that's gonna be a slow cook. 4 mil faded, and then obviously, as you see right here, ran all the way up to a peak of 50 mil before retracing. It's back down to 12 mil right now. Yeah, I have no idea what this is, but it does lead into our discussion on additional.
I have no idea what this is, but it ran to 40 mil.
Yeah, I mean that's the state of things right now. It's like whatever gets attention and has enough of a narrative that people can talk about. They're like, okay, well, I think other people are going to buy this. So like that's the trenches right now. But this did launch on GoFundMe, which we've talked about a number of times on the show, a pump fund competitor. And on the back of this this drop, GoFundMe also spiked. So let's zoom out a bit on this GoFundMe chart.
About 3x.
Yeah, 35 all the way up to 92 mil for GoFundMe.
Yeah, this probably would have been a better buy for Clemente in that 50 to 60 mil range.
Dude, shut up. Yeah, I'm down.
Pico topped.
No, I did not. Okay.
Dead cat bounce.
For context, yesterday I bought Jailstool. I'm not proud of it. I bought it at my average is 50 mil. I'm down 30% on it.
So you bought like right here.
I'm currently getting embarrassed on the timeline. Around there. Yeah. So, but anyways, you know, I feel good about it still. As long as Dave continues to tweet. Yeah. But anyways,
like, it's got like a weird cycle to it because it's like price go down. Dave gets mad at Twitter for dumping it. Doesn't want to provide quote unquote free marketing.
No, I think he's doing that for the bit. I actually think he's doing that for the bit. The like getting mad at Twitter because that's exactly what people want. Like that he's feeding. I think he's feeding into it. I could be just stupid, but I think he's feeding into this and like trying to act like he's all mad and doing all this stuff. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
We will see. We have a lot to talk about today. I don't know who wants to pull up a weather report today. You can jump into that in a minute. Definitely excited for today's show, though.
Doesn't sound right. I mean, come on, dude. What is this? Where's the snooze police? Let's freaking go, dude. I'm fired up.
Are you ready? Are you ready for the weather report? I'm just trying to
fired up, dude. Let's freaking go. Yo, who's fired up right now in the comments? I'm gonna get another noise complaint today. Fuck this place. Let's fucking go, dude. God damn, dude. I woke up this morning. I'm not gonna lie. I woke up this morning. I checked the stool. What's the name of the shit again? Jailstool. I checked the price of it. I felt like shit. I woke up this morning. I shed a little tear actually. But then I'm like, you know what, dude? It's time to fucking lock in. I watched a David Goggins video, and he talks all about how you gotta, no matter how shitty you feel, you gotta get up. You gotta put those shoes on. You gotta get after. So you know what I did, dude? I'm freaking here, dude. Let's go. Let's go. So let's do this freaking weather report. I'm fired up. Let's make it a beautiful day. And let's do this thing. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Tuesday, February 11th. Looking over at the crypto roundup, the majors are down on the day. We got Bitcoin under 97K, Ethereum just over 2,600, yike-a-roni, and Solana at 198. Over the past 24 hours, Binance and the US SEC have jointly filed, or they have jointly asked a federal judge to stay the regulator's lawsuit against the crypto exchange. So the Binance and the US SEC, they're beefing. They're beefing. The SEC sued Binance and CZ in June 2023, accusing them of artificially inflating trading volumes, diverting customer funds, and misleading investors about its market surveillance reports. Man, my brain is not working this morning. Next up, there was some drama with Coinbase's latest token listed. They listed the B3 token on its launch day, causing the token to pump to over $200 million market cap. The token has since retraced to $117 million, and 97% of the tokens are held by the top 5 wallets. What the fuck? Finally, another token launchpad is coming. The Arc Rig AI framework announced their Arc.Fund token launchpad yesterday. Come up with a more creative name, please. The launchpad claims to focus on capturing ecosystem potential and more efficiently manage liquidity and fees. The ARC token is up 33% to a $300 million market cap. The market seems to like it. That's all for the weather. Back over to you in the studio.
Excellent weather report, as always, Clemente. Looking over at that ARC token, up 30%, 300 mil. AI tokens across the board are up 13% on the day to a $7.8 billion market cap. They finally have a little bit of a bounce here. It's going to be interesting to watch this for sure. We don't have too many details on the token launchpad, but that seems to be kind of like a meta right now. People looking for a pump fund competitor. Is it going to be GoFundMe, Pumpkin? Is it going to be something in the AI space? So definitely an interesting one to watch out for. Let's just jump back right to what we were talking about before. We were talking about the Jailstool. We're talking about Portnoy. I saw your reasons for the buy on Twitter, Clemente. What is your thesis on Jailstool at this point? And why did you buy, and what do you think is coming here?
So to summarize it, I actually think Jailstool could get mainstream or retail attention, right? I actually think Barstool and what we were talking about earlier, where Barstool has this gambling audience, that they would, I think the Memecoin meta would appeal to them. When I was watching the video of Dave and kind of what he was talking about, what I don't like is that he shits on the crypto people, because those people are actually instrumental. Having their support is instrumental to the success of this token. But I do think that this could be a GameStop-like token where people get fired up, they get behind this thing, and it starts doing well. Not from a crypto Twitter perspective, but from a retail perspective. The problem, and this is the biggest issue with this, is whether or not Dave launches another token. If Dave launches another token, this thing is so beyond cooked, it's not even funny. We're just smoked. So that's my if scenario. My average, which again, I'm down 30% on this thing. Looks like it's rallying. Look at that little green candle there. We're seeing a little bit of a breakout. If it rallies, sorry, my price target for this is 250 to 300 mil. My stop loss, I'm selling this at 25 mil. Boom.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what happens here.
You're a dumbass.
Questions? Can I address some of the questions?
Yeah.
Or the critiques? Bachelor Society, who's down 80% round trip to Fartcoin bags. Yeah, I'm calling you out, buddy. He's saying he didn't even launch this one. He didn't, and that's good. If he, like, everyone's saying, Dave, you need to launch a token. Dave, I don't think he should, actually. I don't think he should launch a token. The fact that this is not something he launched, I mean, I don't know if he's getting paid to promote this. But yeah.
Wink, wink.
Yeah, we don't know whether or not he got paid to promote.
We haven't heard anything.
Yeah.
Okay, so interesting. So you think Jailstool's a buy? I don't know. I'm not much of a fan of this one. I don't think he needs crypto Twitter though.
Dude, of course Sound Money's a fan of it and can't even spell Portnoy right. Dude shits on the world. You guy's an absolute idiot. Look at his spelling of Portnoy.
Courtney. Like this is not good. The fact that Sound Money's like, I like this play, Clemente. I know I shit on you a lot, gay boy, but this is a good play.
Yeah, I might call everything in my entire life that I see gay, but this one's straight. This is the one I'm a fan of.
I don't think the thing where I think you're wrong is I don't think he needs crypto Twitter. I don't think he needs the existing people here. I think that he has such a big audience that he can like just. I mean, I think that audience can pump a token, and get behind it. Sort of like we saw like with a GameStop token. Like I don't think you need crypto Twitter. It's almost like a fuck you to crypto Twitter for this token to pump if they're not behind it.
Yeah. I don't know. We're laughing at a Sound Money comment. We'll see. I mean, I don't know. I think the other thing I was thinking about, Ray, yesterday is like I think people do. A lot of people in general are exhausted by the constant rotation on Solana, and they do want to like hold and believe in something. I think this is a good candidate for a token to hold. Like it went through basically all tokens the last 30 days have gone through a massive pump. They pump way too hard, way too fast. And then they do like an 80% retrace and haven't recovered. What token have we seen that recovered? And if this one, man, this is in that same spot where it's down 80% from its all-time highs. We'll see if it can pull it off. I mean, like what other token has done well? We've seen all the others, like, all the other tokens that have ran to over 200 mil. We saw the Vine token, Jelly. Vine is not doing bad. Vine's at 78. Yeah, Vine is also another one, but I'd way rather hold Jailstool than Vine. We have VVV down. It's actually recovering a little bit. 230. Okay, maybe I'm just wrong. VVV also looks good. Can you pull up Jelly? Ron Man is saying, isn't this what shitcoins do? Yeah, this is what shitcoins do, but not this extreme, Ronnie. Ronalicious, we are seeing shitcoins go through a little bit more of a slow increase and like a chance for the community to breathe a little bit and run to their highs in a matter of weeks or months. Now they're doing it in a matter of hours. I mean, easy. Are you still holding MLG? No, he's shaking his head. I mean, that chart doesn't look too good. Like,
I dumped it on the Aiden Ross stream.
Yeah, like, I mean, this is an interesting chart to look at. We're seeing like it's down. I mean, this thing is ranging a little bit. It keeps doing these pullbacks, but it didn't really break out, right? It got to that like 180 mil mark, and then it dumped pretty aggressively after the Aiden Ross stream. And now like the LA crew is like not really talking about it anymore. So we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, that's my thesis for Jailstool. We'll see how it goes. Like I'm not, I'm down 30% on it, but hopefully it plays out.
Interesting. Yeah, well, I think the way that meme coins work is they all just have a gravitational tug towards zero unless there is some kind of catalyst. So everything is just going to fade most days unless there is some sort of like strong belief in people buying into it. So you have all these red days, and it's really just a matter of like who has attention. Right now, there's just too many options. People aren't like putting money into one of these and holding it long term because we've just seen what's happened. Like you could believe all you want into one of these and think that everyone's like tired of rotating. But like if you make that decision, it could just be a wrong decision. Like there might just not be this holding meta anymore. Like that might just be done because at this point, like everything goes to zero. There's so many tokens launched today. There's only so much liquidity in the market right now. Like there has to be more money coming in for that sort of hold everything meta to work. And right now we're all playing with the same money, rotating it around. Everyone's taking out their fees, the trading bots, the dexes, you're paying, transaction fees. So like the same money pile is getting smaller and smaller until we bring new capital in. And that not only bring new capital in, but like bring it into the trenches, like people buying the ETH ETF and the Bitcoin ETF, like unless people are selling their spot crypto bags to jump into the trenches, like, yeah, but like there's not new capital coming in. So we're going to continue to see this rotation until everything gets that rising tide and all boats lift.
Genuine question. And I'm not trying to pump my bags. What other token would actually bring new money into the trenches than Jailstool, or not even Jailstool, than like the Barstool Sports getting into meme coins?
No, I'm agreeing with you. Like, I mean, from the beginning, I was like a proponent. As soon as like this Dave Portnoy stuff came out and he was starting talking about tokens and launching tokens, like, I mean, I laid it out. I said, like, the best thing that he could do is to like seriously integrate this token into the Barstool ecosystem, build product around it, sell merch around it, do all these different things on like a token that they launch that basically gives them a leg into the crypto ecosystem. They educate their following on crypto. They like show them like their token. They say like, okay, here's different resources for learning about the space. Here's some tools that we're developing to like help you trade. He's already like said before, like he doesn't like Phantom. Your average Joe isn't going to use Phantom. Like if they can make like a sportsbook-esque dashboard for meme coin trading, like I feel like that's a no-brainer. There's so many ways that he could go with this dive into crypto that's not just trading meme coins or creating a meme coin with the goal of generating money just off the meme coin. So like that's my thought process, and that's what would bring more people in. It's like still like up in the air if he even considers going down that route, because that involves significant investment in both time, capital, and that's like a business shift that like could blow up in his face if we do see this bear market. And he's been burned by crypto before, so is he willing to make that risk? I don't know.
Yeah. And Rick Starr is saying, what reason do normies have to buy these meme coins? This is NFTs 2.0. We learned nothing. Rick, I disagree with that take. Well, they want to buy meme coins because they want price to go up. They want to believe, but NFTs were completely different because NFTs, you had to spend, they're like a luxury asset. You had to spend thousands, if not tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars to buy these things. And the onboarding process was terrible, right? Like you had to buy something buy ETH on Coinbase, send that ETH to your MetaMask, go to like complete disaster. This is actually someone can log onto their phone, download something from the App Store, and buy a meme coin on the Slingshot app or whatever, these Moonshot, with Apple Cash, and they can buy $10 worth. And watch that go up. So that's why I think it's different than NFTs 2.0. I still think we have yet to see like a true meme cycle where retail gets involved, but I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. And like kind of making that like connection with NFTs too, like just like a thought tangential to that. Like when you bought an NFT, it was like a public act. It was like interesting. You would like celebrate on the timeline, be like, hey, I just bought into this collection. And now, like, if you do that with a meme coin, you're like, oh, he's like shilling his bags, getting ready to dump on us, et cetera, et cetera. Like the same underlying goal existed with both. Like both was price go up. It's just that with the NFTs, it was more sticky and there was more friction involved with buying and selling because you have to do these like exact units. Like the cost is more, like you said. And then like there's also like a social capital cost to like selling NFTs. Like, oh, like why'd you leave this community X, Y, and Z? That community isn't really forming around meme coins. I know we talk a lot about like community, like, oh, the WIF community, the bonk community, but like really it's just like number go up. And like if the number is not going up in a way that the community likes, like they're out. They're not like sitting here like becoming a cult, like Murad's been saying. Like, okay, you have these cult people believing that this token's going to flip the stock market in SPX 6900. Like, that's more of a myth than what's actually happening on chain, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. And the like all of the celebrity launches and all of these extractive launches haven't helped. Like the fact that it's so easy that you to launch a meme coin now. What meme coins have we seen launched in the last week? We've seen DaBaby. We saw Tyga launch one. We saw I think Joe Exotic launch something for his to pay for his like lawyer
legal fees. Yeah.
So like that is not ideal actually for this. And Ray, I hear you talk about all these things, and it actually makes me want to buy more a Jailstool. I'm like, dude, this is actually the narrative I can get behind. I just wish Dave would be like, yo, this is the token. I'm not launching one. But yeah.
I mean, if he comes out and he clips like $2 million in the Jailstool, controls enough of the supply at this level, it becomes his token, and then that's what they build kind of like their ecosystem around. Like, yeah, Jailstool makes sense, but like I think that another token is inevitable if they go down that route of like building the company crypto arm out and actually doing things like that, because like it just makes so much more sense in terms of like being able to have the capital supply at like a decent price. You know, they can give themselves 85% of the supply of the token. They can have proper like vesting and stuff. Like to get 85% of Jailstool now is like essentially impossible. So
yeah.
So like, that's my concern. And like if he wants to do it right and wants to get in, he's going to do it with his own token. If he's going to do it wrong, he's doing it with Jailstool. So like that's like my concern about Jailstool long term here. Not to say it couldn't pump again. Not to say it couldn't pump again. I mean, there could be catalyst.
Marcelo Brito is saying Clemente burning money left and right. Marcelo, what are you buying, buddy? Let me know. Let me know if you're such a hot shot. Bachelor Society say yay, buy Jailstool, stay away from Fartcoin. Bachelor, I am down 7 or 8 grand on Fartcoin. So I'm right there with you, buddy. I'm still holding. Rick Starr is saying I'm the Web3 Montoya.
Why did we get the Montoya video from you?
That guy is funny. I get all of his clips now. That guy is a character. He's like, there's one now where like his girl's just straight up banging this dude, and he's watching it, and he just rips his shirt, and they're like, Montoya, por favor, Montoya, pórtate bien, por favor, para de hacer eso. And he's like, no, le dije que no haga eso, ¿por qué?
Tranquillo, por favor, tranquillo.
The thing is, I don't understand any of it, but I can feel it.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Switching gears a little bit. We had another runner yesterday. If anyone saw, Elon Musk changed his name to Harry Balls on Twitter. The Harry Balls token, which has been sitting dead for a while, pumped all the way up to 28 million. LeBron.eth, I think it is, like absolutely cashed like another million on this token.
Who's that?
I just like some wallet that just like absolutely smokes like these trades. This thing was dead. It was like 200K forever. I think Harry Balls was maybe like the name of like one of his like gaming characters or something. And then eventually he changed his Twitter name to it last night. This thing absolutely gigasent. 5 a.m. this morning, ran to 8 mil, spiked all the way up over 30. Now sitting back down at 8.5. Like these plays like always astound me. It's like, what? Like he's not going to keep his Twitter name as Harry Balls forever. There is no other catalyst. Like the fact that it spikes up so quickly and there's like sustained volume for a while is just so interesting to me for these type of like short-term Twitter plays.
I mean, are you touching this with a 10-foot pole?
No.
Did you turn the tracked wallets off? No one bought this. Damn, this had a small amount of oh, it's because the LA Vape Co-op was at the Lakers game last night.
Yeah, they were a little hungover. They weren't on this one.
They weren't in the trenches. That makes sense.
They did get a fire picture though.
Dude, we've seen this. So we've identified a Barstool employee or Barstool insider, and he continues to buy these like Barstool tokens with people like wallet tracking him essentially. And he sends them the graduation and then just full clip dumps. Like it's this weird pattern that he continues to do.
He buys so much.
Yeah,
like he'll buy like it's absurd. He's up 100K.
Yeah, up 100K doing this. Just watching him do these things. He's basically hits 100% of his plays because people are wallet tracking and following him into these plays. Hits 100% of them. Just like slowly buys stuff that's about Barstool or Barstool adjacent until it gets to bond, and then one clip dumps. There's like really no opportunity to even like arbitrage this. Like maybe you get into one of these like right afterwards, but like the way he does it, he just buys so much supply and one clips it post migration. There isn't a lot of upside in these plays, but just another feature on the BullX Barstool dashboard that we pay attention to is the wallet tracking to see like what's going on. But yeah, my feed right now is ranking this guy.
Yeah, Michael Lester is saying, wasn't Harry Balls one of the young White House advisors' former screen names? No, you're talking about Big Balls.
Yeah, that's big. That's big balls. The big balls have shrunk here a decent amount. I'm still holding a pretty big bag of these balls. Yeah, I mean, they basically dump when somebody talks about big balls like Elon, and then they just dump. So this thing's down really bad from its peak, but we realize
Jack Mack from Barstool. No, right? We think the Barstool insider.
We talked about it. I don't know if it is him. So like the way this wallet, like we found it. Actually, a buddy of mine found it. Tom found it. It front ran Portnoy on MVP and was like the biggest profit maker on MVP. And if you don't remember MVP, it was the Josh Allen token that Portnoy bought on Friday at like 20K and then sold like right away. So front ran Portnoy on that one, made a ton of money. And then it bought Jailstool sub 1 million after Portnoy bought and held. And then the third thing was it talked about this Ozu token, or it bought this Ozu token on Super Bowl Sunday about an hour before Jack Mack tweeted out like, hey, here's the play. I'm going to buy this Ozu token. So we think it's somebody who's like a Barstool employee. It might be Jack Mack. It might be somebody like in a group chat.
Straight up Jack Mack.
You do? You think it's Jack Mack?
Yeah, I think it's just straight up Jack Mack.
Yeah, just like an alt wallet, because I think you would have to have multiple wallets because like the history on this doesn't match up with some of his other stuff. But if it is like an alt wallet of his that he's basically doing this on, that would make sense.
I shared the wallet in the YouTube comments and in the Twitter comments. If anyone wants to check that wallet out for themselves, I wouldn't really recommend following it, to be honest. But you know,
that sucks,
dude. The guy straight up. This guy owns 36% of Bitcoin stool right now. Like this guy's out of control. He's like, yeah, I've seen, but you know, Portnoy's doing it. Why can't I?
Yeah, and the wallet did have some motion. Like other people must have realized this before, like we made it like super public. I think we shared it in Bodog's Discord initially, but there was like initially motion on this wallet where people were copy trading it. So other people must have identified it as well. Now, not so much. It basically maybe gets a little motion at graduation and that's it. But that's just one I keep an eye on as we're going along. All right, so we did talk about the Coinbase B3 token listing. I don't know much about this token. I just know like this is another like really questionable decision. We looked at the chart for VVV earlier. B3 is another token. It's on base. I believe this has something to do with gaming. So I don't know if Easy has any idea what this is, but essentially what happened was this launched yesterday and got day one listed on Coinbase. It pumped over 200 million on the listing with a crazy volume, retraced down to 80, pumped again to 200, and now sitting at 129. The interesting thing about this token, and I mean, it's very odd, is that like 90% is held by the top 5 wallets, 78 in the top 2, 89 between the top 3, 96 between the top 4, 97 between the top 5 wallets. So this is like heavily supply controlled. I haven't looked into too many details here. I just saw some like FUD on the timeline being like, why is Coinbase continue to list day one these different tokens? What is it about these? Like, are they basically incubating companies essentially, and then they have the inside track to listing? So this looks like it's gaming. Play games on basement.fun. Yeah, I don't really know what this is. Do you know anything about this, Easy?
It's just a gaming chain. Like that's it. Like on-chain games powered by Base. They give access in browser. I don't know. They raised a bunch of money, but like I haven't really heard anyone too excited about it.
Interesting. So it's like a gaming launchpad. You can build on-chain games using Basement. Okay. One to watch. I mean, I would love to see them list like some of the like native tokens that have like brought volume to the chain, like virtuals. I still don't know why they haven't listed virtuals. They've only listed Toshi in terms of Memecoins. So they are getting like a decent amount of like pushback and like questions about like why they're launching X token versus Y token. So it's interesting to see what's going on. Uncle Fester, we're gonna shame you for this comment. He said, "I saw the Coinbase B3 announcement within 15 seconds and didn't post in Bodogos because I didn't know what it was." You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to share the alpha next time. Come on, Fester.
Come on, Uncle.
I got one thing for you, Fester.
Whoa. Easy just flipped them off for people listening.
2 things for Clemente.
Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, anyways, Ray. Yeah, I don't know what else to add there on that the B3 token.
Yeah, we did see AI tokens rally overall here on the day. We saw they're up 7.6%, 7.6 billion. They did have a nice little bounce. This was led by Virtual's up 13%, AI 16Z up 77% on the 3-day, Fartcoin up 28% on the 3-day, ARC almost 2x on the 3-day. So we are seeing green across the board over the last few days in AI. I don't know. Question for Easy. I don't know if like you're interested in getting back into any old AI plays, or is it like we talked about earlier, still just like complete rotation?
No
reason to jump into these.
Nope.
If you're just holding liquid ETH, are you holding liquid ETH over buying a base AI token?
Nope.
Are you holding liquid Sol over buying a Sol AI token?
Yes.
Okay. But you're just not really holding any ETH right now.
Is Fartcoin cooked?
Yes.
Be honest. Oh my God. All right.
Yes.
What about Pengu?
No.
You'd rather hold Pengu over Fartcoin?
Yes.
Ray, would you agree with that statement? Holding Pengu over Fartcoin?
What's the time period?
3 months.
Do you can you sell at any point, or do you have to hold it for an entire 3 months?
Let's just say you hold for 3 months. Like,
what's going to be a better return in 3 months? So like they're both essentially the same right here, right? Pengu's at 650, Fartcoin. Well, I guess it's hard to say what Pengu is exactly because it's split chain.
Sure.
I don't know what the exact supply that's circulating is across chains, but just call it a little over 650. You're looking at Fartcoin at 615. I'm buying Fartcoin over
Dude,
Pengu.
Fartcoin looks good here. And I'm obviously I own some, but this is interesting. I mean, and I own both actually. I'm down more on Pengu than I am on Fartcoin.
I mean, we've seen this fake breakout a couple times now.
Easy. And by the way, you were right about the winter mute effect. I remember you called that when it was at over $1 billion, I think.
Yeah, and everyone was talking hella shit about it.
I just didn't know what it was.
A bunch of people were telling. I got a lot of DMs like, you don't understand. Winter mute's been buying for a while. Yada yada yada. Bada bing, bada boom. Dude, if they're selling this shit OTC, like the price is not going to go up, in my opinion. Yeah. That's just me personally.
What's that GOAT guy's name? Andy.
Andy.
I mean, I got a bone to pick with that guy.
Yeah, we should beat his ass.
I'm going.
I don't think I'm buying either though. I think Fartcoin. If Fartcoin gets back over 900 mil. Then I'd be like, okay, we've seen a trend reversal. But until that happens, I don't think like you could necessarily say this is bottom. We might have further down to go. Looking at a retracement here, I mean, we did bounce off the 786 at 400 mil, but it needs to sustain that pump. So getting back over 800, 900 before I touch it, I think. And like even then, like the goal is to like catch a violent run because like we talked about earlier, like if you're in Fartcoin long term, your capital is locked up for other quick plays that you can potentially make. Which I mean could be a negative or positive depending on how well you're trading at any given time. Yeah. Okay, so we talked about a couple AI tokens slash meme coins there in Fartcoin and Pengu. Did you guys see that Grayscale applied for a Cardano ETF? Okay, sorry.
Well, I wanted to first off, we got Portnoy live again. Davey Day Trader. I guess he's going to be doing these every day. Sorry,
he hasn't been doing them.
He has not been doing them daily.
No, not daily, but he does them a few times a week.
He was doing them, I thought, only once. But anyways, worth monitoring. Or maybe just no one else cares about it but me. So I wanted to talk about some of these chain launches, Raymond. Specifically. You look at Pengu, which is down 80% from its local highs. You have Anime down only. Literally, that chart They old yellered that chart. It looks horrendous. And then Barachain.
Hey,
I mean, brutal.
I decentralized some of my anime coin tokens yesterday. I got some from Kaido. You might want to check your allocation.
Oh yeah, how do I check that?
Yeah. So if you're a Kaido Yapper, if you signed up on the website and you talked about anime coin, you got some. I got like $100 worth of this token.
How do I check?
You can check the claim. I don't know the link right now. I can pull it up, but yeah, this chart is pretty bad. It's down to 151 million market cap.
FTV or market cap?
I mean, this has 151 market cap, 112 mil FDV. So I don't know what's going on here. I know most of this was like distributed at launch, right? So I mean, this is cooked.
Yeah. What's the price of this thing?
27 or 2 cents.
2 cents?
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second, please.
So is that 270 mil FDV? I'm not sure what the total supply is.
Got it. Okay. Well, I'm just checking how much I got. 92415. Anyway, sorry. I mean, this is not
okay. Live checking supply on the show.
Yeah, I got $400. $400. Woo! Okay, let's go, dude. Damn. I mean, that's freaking awesome.
Did you say anime was gonna flip Pengu?
It was close. Initially, it was close.
What is it, like 1/8 the price?
That contributed to me getting yaps. Barachain airdrop. Okay, so this is at $5.40. I thought it was at like $2.
I still can't figure out how to play Barachain.
Remember we shorted it live on the show yesterday, and proceeded to lose.
Yeah, we got liquidated.
You want to do another short today, Easy, or another long?
Nope.
No, not feeling it today. Okay,
we gotta sit on our hands.
We'll sit on our hands today. Yeah, Barachain doing well, but so like bringing up anime, we've talked about Jirosan and the redacted token a number of times on our show before. I just went to the wrong site. Jirosan's down pretty bad. They shared their tokenomics, and essentially the holders are getting 5%, which is decent, but it's vested. So like it's like a linear vest on Jirosan redacted token. We saw the price drop 50% on the Jirosan NFTs on the announcement. So they're down to 0.45 ETH. I hold a handful of these. I'm not sure what I think about the announcement.
Is that really decent, Ray? 5%?
So like if you do a little bit of math, like 5% of a called 100 million FDV, if it gets there.
I nuked these. Nuked them.
Yeah, 5 million divided by 10K. Getting $500 per NFT. At 100 million FTV.
Clearly the market doesn't like it, right?
It does not. I bought at like 0.8, I think. So
yikes.
I'm underwater. But $500 right now is like 0.2 ETH. So if you're thinking you're going to get 0.2 eventually.
Rip the airdrop meta. It was short-lived. Started off with Pudgy Penguin, airdropping thousands, tens of thousands to their users. And it caused a big pump across the board. It caused anime to pump. But then we saw anime been down only, looks like a black diamond slope. Jirosan down 50% because they're vesting over 6 months. Yikaroni. The only one left, and people are wondering, is Doodles. But they lost their CEO. He moved on. Pouring one out for salutes in the chat for all of the dead NFT collections that promised an airdrop.
Oh, man.
3.2
ETH for Azuki is wild. Seeing that price. 3.8 ETH on Doodles. Doodles still holding up. Down, though, over time from a peak, January peak at, what was this, about 6 ETH is where they bounced off of. Almost 50% retrace from there. Yeah, I mean, the token meta, I mean, works until it doesn't. So, like, right now, it's not an ideal time to be launching a utility / like token. We're seeing a lot of comments right now, which is like on brand right now. Can't wait for the OpenSea token. OpenSea, ha ha ha! Like this is coming out. Maybe there's some action there, but the way that my pulse, me taking the pulse of crypto Twitter at least, is that airdrop is going to be sent out and nuked immediately. I feel like they keep leaking information about that airdrop, and seeing what people say about it to like gauge the market reaction, and then be like, okay, maybe that 18-year-old limit, KYC, no VPNs wasn't a good idea. But now we know that. Good to know.
Insane. I saw Easy going back and forth with Devin, what's his name? Fincher? The Fincher guy?
Yeah, Big D Finch.
Are you guys best buds now?
No, we're still not very close.
No.
He's not a big fan of me.
No. Do you think you'll be getting
I can understand it though. Like, dude, I'm just aggressively spreading misinformation.
We were
like
we were going through potential partnerships, and we were like, so NFT marketplace. Let's who can we talk to? And we're like OpenSea, and then we're like, yeah, probably not. OpenSea probably doesn't want to work with us.
Me specifically. The founders multiple times just called me a liar on the timeline.
Safe to say they want nothing to do with Bodoggo's entertainment.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to identify partners that just want us dead. And this guy is definitely top of the list of like, I don't fuck with you guys.
Yeah, we're really good at that. We're telling our new audience members to fuck off. We're like, hey, what bridges can we burn with sponsorships? Hey, you know what? Remember that Portnoy guy talked about buying our company? Let's just get a huge battle with him. Let's get him to call our CEO a mutant. Like we're all over the place. We are on top of it. In the hate meta. So
I mean, you want to talk about hate? Discourse has been talking shit all show. He said, literally all the calls on NFTs on this show are down. Shocker. All right, Discourse, you give us a call, buddy. You give us a call. What do you got? Hot shot?
You guys are the Generation X of crypto. Love that. Just stirring shit up everywhere and telling everyone to suck it. Bunch of mutants.
Clemente is Ric Flair.
Do we release a mutant NFT collection now? Is that like an airdrop we can do?
We might have to.
Mutant dogs.
I'm gonna hit up Fiverr real quick and see what we can get spun up. I saw a mutant token launch with Clemente's art. It tried to get to bonding but didn't. With the art of the Nick over top of what's her name? Is it just mutant?
I don't know who she is, but
yeah, something got up to 44K on the
that's a 44.
Yeah, using this image here.
I mean, dude.
Yeah, it must have been like maybe a Bodoggo's launch or something that just like tried to go, didn't want to go.
I was way too surprised by how much people like this picture. I was just shit posting. People like, yo, it's fucking good, dude.
It's so good.
Oh man.
Speaking of funny pictures, did you see the LA Vape Cabal at the game last night? In that picture, front row, courtside.
Good picture.
That Frank money. That Frank
Good
money.
Picture.
Crushing it. Yeah, dude, they just got that. They got that money now.
Thread guy's white ass hair just right in the middle.
I mean, dude, that's a banger picture.
Yeah, that's really good. I like how it's not even like an NFT, like some other like company took it and just like thread guys front and center.
Could we briefly talk about the majors, Raymond? See what we got here on the price action.
Yeah, I'd love Easy to bring up some charts.
I hit up for context. I hit up Easy on, I believe it was Friday night. I was sitting on, I sold a large position I had in a meme coin, for profit, by the way, Discourse. And I was like, Easy, I got some stables. I got some cash to deploy. What should I buy? Should I buy right now? Should I wait? And Easy told me, he's like, you have to wait. You should wait to deploy stables right now because it's not known whether or not it's going to be a move up or a move down. I'm kind of sitting on my hands waiting. So I wanted to get an update from Easy. We got Bitcoin at 97.2. Solana, down on the day. What he thinks of the price action here. And if he were me, what he would do to deploy some capital here.
I'm just saying, me telling you to sit on your hands was the right call.
Yeah?
Just saying. You asked what, like up, where were we? Right around here?
I took Friday night.
Oh, okay, so like right around here.
Yeah.
So not a bad move. I mean, dude, we're just consolidating still. We're still in an uptrend. Market still looks decent. Could even move this up just slightly higher if we wanted to. A couple failed breakouts. Just trending up. Like, maybe you start dabbling a tiny bit. I wouldn't deploy the whole thing. Sol still under this trend line, which is not what you want to see. It means we probably go to 192 again. Under that, 175. So that's kind of where I'm sitting. I mean, I have a decent bag of stables myself. Just looking to deploy. This is the worst chart in crypto. Like, bar none, the ETH chart is abysmal. Like, dude, how do you tank this much and you just sit here? How do you do this? How do you do this? If you're an Ethereum maxi, pivot to Cardano.
I'm holding.
If you're an Ethereum maxi, pivot to Pulse Chain. If you're an Ethereum maxi, pivot to getting a 9-to-5 job. If you're an Ethereum maxi, don't be.
So I had a
short ETH here. Do you have enough balls to short ETH here?
Yeah. 1 sec. I need to take a quick flight.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, so ETH, I'm holding ETH. I've always held ETH. I came into the space on ETH. Maybe like it's my mistake to continue to hold it at this point. But I hold Bitcoin, I hold ETH, I hold Solana. I'm probably bag biased towards Ethereum in terms of overall holdings.
GM.
Hey, that was a quick flight.
Yep. Quick flight.
But I still have faith that it's going to rebound. I think that institutional capital coming in on the ETH side is going to, continue to eventually pump bags. But I mean, I'm losing confidence in the day. And I think you can hear it in my voice essentially. Ways of Wong asked if I'm still holding Moonbirds. No, I am not. I sold out quite a bit ago, but I do love rocking the Moonbirds hat. I love that community early on. That's a ton of fun there.
Do we go 50x leverage short
on ETH? So do we have any macro news coming out today? Let me pull up the economic calendar here and see if we have anything. I think there's like I
want the liquidation to be closer to 28. There we go. All right, we're short ETH.
Jerome Powell's talking today somewhere. Today is Tuesday.
We're short ETH.
Fed chair.
Can you explain how this works, Easy?
1 sec. I need to set a take profit. Our stop loss is liquidation. Either we lose the entire bag or we make profit.
Oh my god, dude! We had $1,000 in that thing. You're already running it to zero.
No, we're gonna make money.
So
we're up $7.
Powell's speaking. Jerome Powell's talking today. He's got a testimony to the Senate. This is coming. Trying to find the time on this. Bear with me. 10 a.m. Prepare testimony, then facing questions from lawmakers. So this could let us know like some information in terms of macro, rate cuts, etc., which could affect the market. Negative information here, and then this prints. Positive information, we get liquidated. So I guess we're cheering for bad news, Easy, huh?
Yep. No, between I don't trust ETH.
Good news and ETH tanks anyway, which tends to happen sometimes. An interesting statistic with ETH is like every time Bitcoin's broken 100K, ETH has been at like a lower level. I think it was like 3,500 the first time, and then it went to like 33, 31, 28, 27. Zombie Robot makes a good point. I think ETH has all-time record in terms of like short volume on it right now, in terms of.
And we're adding to it.
Yeah, and we're adding a little bit to it. You trade perps outside the US on DYDX. Yeah, Easy. Can you explain exactly what you're doing, like how one of these like leverage plays works?
So I went in, selected the market, added a nice 15x leverage because I want the stop loss to be right around that fib line, which is our liquidation price. Just leverage the tits. We got about $11,000 in here, and we only had to put up 750. Yeah, so we're using about 30% margin right now. We're in danger. But besides the point, we're currently down about $23. We have a stop loss set at these previous candle highs, which is 27.91. Take profit right above this fib line, sitting down here at 25.4. We'll see. We'll see. In short, what we want is the price of ETH to go down.
Interesting. You can trade on DYDX. That's dydx.trade. We're very happy to work with them. They funded this account with $1,000. So we're making some live trades with this DYDX account. Having a ton of fun here. Clemente, what's up?
So easy. I was thinking about this over the weekend. And you obviously got into Solana at very cheap levels, right? But if you were to fast forward to today and you were just getting into crypto for the very first time, right? And you wanted to deploy some capital, let's say you had 10 grand to work with, would you actually recommend someone to buy Solana at this price? Or do you, like, if you were to build someone's portfolio out for them, would it be also buying something like Hyperliquid now, or like essentially my question is, do you feel like the upside on Solana is as high as it like used to be? And has that thesis kind of changed for you over time, and given kind of the Solana meme coin meta we've seen, etc.?
It's really tough to say. Like, I mean, Sol's up a lot on the year, so it's like almost like find other alts is kind of where I'd rather be. You know, like that's my thing right now is like I'd rather be looking for other alts in general. I'd be rather looking at like Near. I'm interested in FTM, AVAX, stuff like that has like higher upside potential and still is like doing stuff versus Sol, which has been the leader of the cycle. Like you basically want to find things that look more interesting. Caspa's a good one. I just saw Stefano just post that. I agree. Caspa looks good. But stuff like that where I'd be like, yeah, you might want to take a little bit more risk finding something else. Is kind of where my brain goes. Just because, dude, Sol's up so much year over year. You just have a lot of people that are going to be selling a lot of this.
Yeah. Yeah. And on that, what B Check, who hosts the Modern Market podcast, I recommend listening to it if you don't, mentioned that kind of what the problem with these alts is, you have this massive dilution constantly happening, right? With new chains launching every day, with new tech being developed, right? You're kind of betting on these like tech companies almost, of like who's going to continue to develop, who's going to continue to bring like new users. But there's so much competition that like it's hard to pick the right one, right? And a lot of people were talking this weekend about whether or not we're actually going to see a true alt season, right? Because if you were holding if you weren't holding XRP, Solana, what's another XRP, Solana, I believe Sui or Sui, you're pretty much smoked, like smoked. And I think that's why so many people are negative on Twitter right now, or feel kind of negative sentiment, is I think a lot of people were stuck holding Ethereum for like a year or 2 years and have basically not seen any appreciation or have felt the rewards of the bull market. I got lucky by switching most of my ETH bag into Solana like November 2022, I believe. If it wasn't for that, I'd be smoked right now. Easy. Do you feel like we'll see a true alt season at some point this year, given the dilution that we have?
We already have seen an alt season.
I'm saying like what I was saying though is XRP, Solana. What's it like? The last H bar.
H bar is up more than XRP.
Hyperliquid's also crushing. Okay, so your take is basically that we've seen this alt season. I keep seeing the argument from people being like, alt season is not here yet. Stay tuned.
What if alt season already happened?
The issue is we keep talking about alt season, but the problem is that capital inflow is not here, and there's less. I mean, there's more tokens to spread it out, so less money per token. Back last cycle, there was like a finite number of tokens. You weren't having infinite tokens launching every day. We keep looking at the the total 3. I think
H part did a 10x from November to January.
Yeah, we keep looking at the total 3, which is like all non like Ethereum, Bitcoin, Solana or something.
New all-time high.
The issue is that when you're using that metric, it's including every new token that's launched. So like, yes, like the market like is technically going up on all crypto, but the issue is it's spread so thin that there's just not as much room for all boats to rise. It's really select winners is what ends up winning, and then other tokens, all gravitate towards that zero number. Just mathematically is what happens when you have such a big supply without new inflows.
Yeah.
Just definitely is the off season in the room with us right now, Clemente.
Quick side note. Oh my God, I'm gonna actually shoot myself. Okay. So yesterday I bought Pete. Dave Portnoy's dog. I bought it at 50K and I promptly sold it. 3 minutes ago, Dave buys it and it is now at 900K. Dude, I'm so pissed off right now.
You sold this?
I sold it. You can see my average price and I sold it for a 0.04 sold gain.
How long ago?
Yesterday. I bought this thing yesterday. Literally 24 hours ago, because I saw the peaches pumping. I was like, oh, this Pete one was just pumping. But then I saw it was named Dave Portnoy dog versus like just Pete. And I was like, all right. Well,
yeah, so there's some interesting wallets on this one, like pre-migration. So Clemente first, then the Barstool front runner insider bought it. And then the Melania with Hat Dev, who we've been following, like randomly bought a bunch and then sold it. So like some weird price action on this one in like the low end here in the like sub 100K range. So that's odd to see. Yeah.
We'll see. Ray, are you a buyer of this? If Portnoy sells this, I mean, we saw Miss Peaches run to like 16 mil yesterday.
Yeah, I don't know if it has the juice again, but I'd be interested to throw something down there.
Yeah, I don't think Dave's crashing out as much as he was yesterday. And
yeah, but see, like this is showing like the diminishing returns of having a pump. Like now, like the only way to like if you try to get a Portnoy coin at 1 mil, like you're in trouble. Like you've got to snipe it on migration.
Can't even get it over a mil, dude.
Yeah.
You think he's lost the juice? Easy. You think he's lost the juice?
The guy sucks.
So 50K in liquidity here for this token, and he holds about 31%. So he's got 211K, but he has got well over the liquidity pool in terms of what he can actually sell. So like you can probably just dump it for like 90% of the liquidity pool at this point. Take a ton of slippage. Yeah. I mean, it feels like I don't know. We'll see what happens here with these sorts of plays and what he's doing. I'll be interested to listen to his podcast back this morning to figure out what his thought process is and where his head is on this. Anything else you want to talk before we wrap here? I know you guys have a big day ahead of you, heading to Paris over the next couple of days. We'll have to figure out what we're doing with the show. At least tomorrow.
Yo, we, motherfucker. Merci, bitch.
You've been working on your
yeah, dude. I got Duolingo. Yeah. I've been grinding Duolingo. Yeah. All I'll say for people watching, stay tuned for Choose Rich here in about an hour and a half to 2 hours.
Is it going to be good? Is it live? Will it go live?
2 hours.
Okay. I heard a little something from PO last night that sounded pretty good.
Yeah. So stay tuned. But anyways, Ray, yeah, that's all.
All right, sounds good. Well, thank you all for joining us on a wonderful Tuesday. I'll catch you back tomorrow. At least be me and Kicks tomorrow on Wednesday. You catch our podcast Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern time. Watch us on all major podcasting platforms, Spotify, Apple. Catch us back on YouTube. See what we're charting, see what we're looking at. Thank you all for listening as always, and have a wonderful Tuesday.